the recruitment and whether or not other programs kind of knew where they stood with Josh before it even really got started?
Well, I think it was very clear to them after they'd seen him in person and then watched his video that, and like I told him, you're going to end up offering, so you might as well offer it now because I don't know what you're waiting on. Nobody else is, So eventually, you name the school, and they eventually offered. He had all his offers by the end of his season, his sophomore year. Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So, and a lot of guys would discuss with me about the offer process and why some of them offer real early and why some of them wait to offer later on. And everyone has their different reasons why they do. Some of it gamemanship, some of it politics, some of it, whatever, the evaluation process. So,
But usually that's interesting because Josh had all of his offers by his sophomore year. So it's like everybody offered early eventually, even if it was late in his recruitment, it's still probably early in comparison to how they usually do it.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I forget what coach, I think it was Coach Hinton or maybe Coach Meyer himself told me that he goes, I don't know if he ever made the comment, I've never offered a freshman offensive lineman or not, but it was something in that ballpark that I'm not used to being able to offer a freshman in high school a scholarship. It's more times than not, if it is, it's just an absolutely phenomenal skill type kid. He's already got the speed, already got the athletic ability. But for a lineman, I mean, he said some very complimentary things about Josh and where he's at in his progression compared to former players he'd already coached at the collegiate level.
I think in recruiting, a lot of people get tied up with ratings and stars and stuff like that, and to a certain standpoint, it doesn't make sense. At a place like Ohio State, freshmen don't play, especially linemen. But in this circumstance, given his trajectory, and this is the first time I've ever asked a high school coach this, do you think that Josh has the skill set to play at a place like Ohio State as a true freshman?
Do I feel that way? Yes. But do I think that is a touchy thing? Because I personally, or nobody else, I think, who are close to Josh, whether it be family, friends here in the area or Ohio State fans, I would never want to put that kind of expectation or burden mentally, emotionally, expectation-wise, him going to school at Ohio State. Does his skill sets and ability put him in a position to compete to get on the field as a freshman? I mean, I think so, but I know in their last signing class in 16 and some guys in 15 and guys are coming with him, it's going to be very competitive. It's going to be very, very competitive. They got some very, very good offensive linemen. They've recruited, I think, 11 in the last couple of classes. And so Josh is going to have to, be prepared for that. And he and I talk about that and, trying to get him prepared for that level of play. So do I think so? Yes. But if he doesn't, that's fine. His time, if he works hard enough. And
well, you're not supposed to, So to set the expectation, I don't know if that's the right word, but just the idea that he could even be in a rational conversation about it. Because if you keep in mind, in 2015, only 4 true freshmen out of the 25 they signed even got on the field, let alone started. So, I mean, it's just kind of the way it is.
And I think the way Josh has handled this whole process, I could see him, going there his freshman year and all the outside influence and all the outside pressures and expectations. I don't think that will be a factor with him. I think he's handled this whole process very well, and he's just as humble and as down to earth and as he's just Josh, and you wouldn't know he was this major, recruit